Well, happy night became a sad one. Even though Georgia won 59-17, Aaron Murray helped off the field, got an MRI. By the time you're watching this, the results will probably be in. Looks like he's going to be out for Georgia Tech. Remains to be seen if he'll be out for the bowl game. I think that's a good question. He was on, even for him, career pace. He had already thrown 4 touchdowns and had 183 yards. So tough for Aaron, and you saw how emotional he was before the game. I was at the game in Plant High School where he played for a few years, couple years as a starting quarterback. I was there tonight. He got his leg broken, and that family is just so close. Very, very close. And I remember his sister Stephanie going onto the field and crying that time. He broke his leg that night, and he came back to win the state championship for the Panthers. He can't win a state championship this year, but I think finally these people at Georgia appreciate Aaron Murray. And a lot of times you don't appreciate what you got till it's gone. And it looks like, for sure he'll never play in this stadium again. But I remember watching Aaron really struggle that first year after every loss. He didn't know how to take it. He was very, I don't want to say immature, but that's probably the best way to put it. I don't mean that negatively. I just mean Aaron was, he was not mature, didn't understand how the world worked in college football. And, boy, he's not even close to that anymore. It takes that sort of growing for guys over time. And for Aaron, he really grew up in the last 24 to, I'd say 24 to 30 games. He really played well. Actually, it's a lot more than that. But in 2012 going forward, Aaron Murray has been just spectacular. There's been a lot said about him, I guess nationally, questioning his toughness, questioning his ability to perform in big-time moments. Aaron Murray, it's hard. I want to sort of hesitate before saying this. You definitely could make the argument he's the greatest quarterback in Georgia history. You definitely could make that argument. You might win. If you consider, he's better than David Green. DJ Shockley had 1 year, won a SEC championship. Matthew never got to the Dome. So, obviously, I would say that he is the most consequential quarterback since David Green left in terms of the trajectory of the program and the fact that Mark Richt is still the head coach. He wouldn't be the head coach here without Aaron Murray, that's for sure. Other than that, defense played great, and, all you can do is play the people who are on the field against you. Allowed about 50 yards a quarter, and really, with the exception of two plays, Georgia really skunked the Cats pretty good. Kentucky's pretty bad. I think everybody knows that, but you gotta do what you gotta do to get off the field. And then the other thing, Hudson Mason, 13 for 19, touchdown throw to old Ty Gurley. Ty Gurley, that guy has become a pretty good receiving threat. He had, by my math, 167 total yards, 2 touchdowns tonight. He had a 44-yard reception. This will be either an 8-4 or a 7-5 season for Georgia. The game with Georgia Tech, a game they should win, no matter if Aaron Murray is a starting quarterback or not, remains. As does a bowl game. It seems right now like it's probably the Gator Bowl if Georgia wins against Georgia Tech. I think if they lose, it's all but certain they would go to the Music City Bowl in Nashville to play a team that's probably not very good. Georgia should win their next 2 games, no matter the bowl opponent. It could be Michigan in the Gator Bowl. That would be halfway exciting in terms of name. I don't know if anybody would really confuse this Michigan team with a really good Michigan team. Or they could get Iowa there, or they could get Big Ten's bad. So it's not going to be anybody going to give Georgia credit for winning. But, tonight, Aaron Murray's final game, and maybe it was appropriate Georgia had yet another starter go out with injury. This season's been tough in terms of things that you kind of cannot control. It's been tough enough on the field with the youth on defense, but this season now, these guys have missed at least part of a game, okay, or at least have missed games. Malcolm Mitchell, Aaron Murray, Todd Gurley, Keith Marshall, Michael Bennett, Justin Scott Wesley, Jay Rome, Artie Lynch, and on and on and on. I mean, it's just a lot after a while, and I think that, but they still managed to score a fair amount of points. I mean, Mike Bobo must be doing something right, and guys like Dallas Lee, Canarius Gates, David Andrews, who is not a senior, Colton Houston, John Theus. That offensive line has played well. Brendan Douglas gets in there tonight as well. Sad night, though. I mean, when you win by, what was that, almost 55, whatever, or I guess 45 points, and it's a sad night. Georgia got rolling pretty quick. But, it's bad for Aaron. But when he comes back here, he'll get a reception the likes of which is appropriate. And it was sad because I was out there when they took him out in the state patrol car, and he was beat up about it. He had his mother there and the girlfriend there. He got in the front car, or the front seat of the Georgia State Patrol, and I guess they were off to the hospital. And it's just kind of sad that that's how your career at Georgia ends. Not that not even that you get to come back onto the field and celebrate and walk off, even if you were in crutches and walk off. So, life is not fair, and I think we're well aware of that this season if you watch the Georgia Bulldogs play football. But Aaron Murray will be an okay professional athlete, and he's certainly a fine human being. Georgia wins 59-17. Georgia Tech is next. Dean Legge for Dog Post.